All right, we'll see who gets through. Game 1 of the second day of the Weekly Survival Series, powered by Intel and brought to you by Toomey, Zowie, and Perrier, is about to kick off. Let's head over to the absolutely nuts team of Porosaurus and Toby, who I promise won't stumble over their words.
Thank you so much, Toffees. First he does you dirty with the facial hair, and now he can't even say your name.
Man.
What is this? What is this? No, let's get this one going. 6 games coming your way today, everyone. And as you know, Weekly Survival, 1 win grants your seat in the weekly finals. Now let's see how this one will start off. First things first, this plane path, Poro, we've seen better, haven't we?
Yeah, this one's kind of rough. This one's definitely kind of rough. I'm honestly going to be looking right off the bat to some of these road spots where some of the cars spawn to see if we might see some early fighting over those vehicles. But kind of funny that we only see 3 teams dropping on military given that plane.
Yeah, a lot of south side opportunities for teams to try and utilize, but I should see only a couple of teams down there. And I mean, Ensign and Freak of Freaks landing right next to each other in the Novo kind of perimeter. That's a little surprising. I can't really recall the last time we had 2 teams down around Novo. Now let's see Meta. It's just Wicked. He's kind of surrounded by 4 a.m., but I wouldn't assume to see anything going on here. And now let's see, where's the circle go?
Disgusting.
Okay.
Bombing into a compound that they did not get a chance to scout, and they're going to pay the price. Shrimsy going to get 2 right off the bat with the barrel shots. Where's the rest of FaZe? Etsy, oh no.
They were not expecting this whatsoever. It's very rare to see FaZe kind of go into an area without at least scouting first. So them not really scouting coming into this must be a clear telling that they were not anticipating anyone to be around here this early on. 8C is still alive. He has 3 knocked players, so if he can pull out a miracle, he might be able to get them all of them. But that nade should be on point, and it is. Adrian, Mime, and Shrimsy all in on the action as FaZe just gets to the swamp, and they get taken out instantly.
This is the craziest circle I think I've ever seen in Circle 3. Oh no.
That is...
Oh, Meta.
That is a pretty good jump out of the vehicle and get the kill on Maui, but what?
Maui almost roasted
the main issue here is there's so much open space in the field. There's so much open terrain south of where now T1 just pulled up. They just made, by the way, we didn't see it on screen, but they just made a very heads-up rotation. T1 over towards that. Even though it's a small compound, just 2 buildings, very smart play from them. And now, we talked about the attack all around splitting and how it becomes to cost them.
Ooh.
They are 2 alone versus all of MTG.
Making it happen so far. It looks like they're going to try to get the knocks there. They're not going to try to flush them. No, you don't really worry about that right now. Obviously, you're not caring about points. You're just trying to get these 2 back towards the rest of their team. And they have a gauntlet to get through. And look at this. They're actually going to make it because Ensign Meta have to worry about fighting each other. T1 hasn't really set themselves up yet. Gex doesn't have a line of sight onto it. Now AAA will be able to reconnect as TSG is pushing them from the south. I think a lot of these teams coming in from the north now, they're just hoping to get kills. They're hoping to maybe survive.
I was gonna say the kills are gonna be great to get, but there's no reward. There's no reward for the kills, at least not right now, other than you've been able to wave some stats on Twitter. Maybe this is all about survival, and no one can survive. There's simply too many teams. Massive credit, while all kinds of health breaks loose here. Massive credit to attack all around for being able to make that play on down. Hikari 1 HP has to commit to shooting. It ain't gonna work. Kickstart able to find him seen if they're going full pull up mode, and they have to. We know how difficult this terrain is, and the next circle is gonna go even further south. Oh my lord, is this circle bad? When have we ever seen 3 teams fight here?
This is absolutely brutal. I mean, it's absolutely brutal. And you know, Zenith for their part did a good job of trailing Afrika, and they just kind of backfilled around them, took a couple out while they were on the move, and now it's just down to EJ, but EJ can still cause a whole lot of problems for them. Meanwhile, Meta, they're still trading back and forth with Ents. Ents doesn't have to push up on this. But every time Meta peeks over the top, they have not only Ents, but they've got MCG, 4AM, Sonics, Gex, everybody in the world
are going to hold us down. So let's just wait and see if they have to move next circle in the meantime. GX getting neighbors visiting. Wally Bear tries to pull up, but it's actually going to be Yankee from the other side, getting him down. And Sills, and once again, with the mid-air action. This time, well, not him flying. That was Peng, and he goes down.
Weren't many options available to TSG, but sending it right down the gut doesn't end up paying off there as you see them go down. Meanwhile, Attack All Around, who was trying to hold them off for the better part of their compound there. They're still alive there in the southwest. And okay, here's what we were worried about. The Buriram pinch from the north, infantry from the south. This was just looking horrible for STK all along. All they had was smokes and rocks to work with. And this is just feels like a matter of time before this is going to get wrapped up here.
It all depends on where their 9 spots Luke and Uncivil above. And now one has been seen. I believe that's Uncivil. Yep, taking damage already. So at least they know where he is. And with the burning vehicle, you'd have to expect 9 to be aware. Actually, it's going to be connected from above. So just when you thought Luke might have a chance, here comes Buriram from above and slaughters Luke within seconds. And now let's see how Infantry managed to do this. They finished off yesterday with a 19-kill third place. So if there's a team that really feel hungry for a win here, that would be Infantry.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to be the winner out of the south side here. I mean, Infantry, SDK, Buriram, they're all, I mean, it's going to come to a head here eventually. And then you also have the north side. But, I mean, when you start looking, oh, what happened here? Buriram opening it up and now Uncivil. Okay. All right, Civ, we see you. Get your 4-piece, son.
3, yeah. Pretty damn impressive. Holds off on his own. Again, not sure if it's going to lead to a victory, but pretty impressive performance nonetheless. Sonics, they said, no, you know what, we don't want to play that field. Let's cross all the way over. Yeah, exactly. As long as the hill is in, as long as GX still have the compound, they had to cross all the way through. Knowing the fight was going on the south side, they chose the right time. So now they've all made it here, but the victory is far from sure for them. They have a fight with Meta just over the top. And now, at the same time, towards the water, we have Zenith and Multi-Circle Gaming squaring off on the hills.
This is going to be rough stuff here for MCG. It's even going to be harder to hold for Zenith, as now 4 a.m. has to go somewhere too, and that Ents spot is looking pretty tasty. As Shilu going to find Diggory. The throwables are still coming out. Now, here's the thing. Ents still has a whole bunch of utility.
Ooh.
I don't think Meta has much of anything. Meta sent everything they had down at Ents, so Sonics has been able to just kind of hang out there. Meanwhile, 4 a.m. is just landing grenade after grenade. This was always going to be rough for Ents here. I think it's just down to Tixu now. And it's just going to be a matter of time before those smokes go away.
Vehicles are great for cover, but it is also like hiding behind a big red barrel. It will work against you at some point, especially if you don't have anywhere to go. Tixu trying to stay put within these smokes, down to 40 HP, trying to bandage his way to security. And you can see this is also detriment to how early teams had to rotate. He's down to just 13 bandages, no first aids in the meantime. Zenith want to take control, but it ain't happening. Tank holding off, finds 2. Let's see if he can take down Kickstart as well. No, not going to happen. Down he goes, and this might give time to Zenith to get the rest up. I'm sure Shinboy should be able to get back up on his feet as well if he can crawl into the circle fast enough. Rough, that is, sorry.
And there goes Tixu. And actually, Sonic's creeping over there and stealing a couple of those away. So Meta looks like they tried to send Silzen over the top to maybe peek around the smoke, and he ends up paying the price. You can see they still have some Molotovs going, but look at the damage Sonics has taken here. Both my man Trimsy on a 1 HP. Somehow staying alive and holding it down as Forever. Summer, I think you're about to have a nicely cooked present thrown your way here. Look at this Meta.
Yep. They crash into the compound. They're sitting tight. Note to self: don't put suppressors on your DMRs. They will be visible sometimes through those walls. And Summer, despite being flashed, actually wins the trade just to be kicked out of the server by Kickstart immediately after. So down he goes.
Put them in a little bit of a difficult spot here. Yep. Go ahead. Throw that parking brake on. No, Vard!
Tries to get the vehicle to stop and pays the price. Vard finds him with the bolt down from the south. There are 2 guys in the shack. TSM has been forced to play there for a while now since they lost their Wookiee and Iroh. So it's just Vard and Miraku sitting in a shack. And now, some NA on NA action here. Zenith. Well, they have to push forward. They do still have the dip that Meta was in before. I'm not sure if they realize, but they should be able to take that and play over the top. Now nades, though, are going to come into full effect. 1 knock on each side so far, but seems like all the damage is being done over towards Sonics right now. Nice nade to follow. Kickstart continuing to do a ton of damage.
It's just this is a really hard fight for Sonics here. The lines that Zenith is able to get, and the fact that they still have so much utility left. Meanwhile, yeah, Roth is going to find Tig. This is just Sonics getting picked apart piece by piece. Zenith is looking really, really strong right now, as they have been fighting throughout this entire game, and they're going to fight their way to this spot, and they're going to have the whole north to themselves here as soon as they can take out last player Tiggleton.
This brings me straight back to I'll hold the thought, just because I don't want to jinx anything. But this brings me straight back to their win on in Yasnaya on Erangel in week 2. They were playing like as soon as they started pushing, as soon as they started aggressing and playing together, they were playing it so incredibly well. Now let's see, it's not over and won just yet. We do still have people on the other side. Shinboy underneath the car finds Tiggleton. It's just Crimson left alive. He finds Poonage. Don't allow that flush to come in. Hold your player. Make sure to keep him alive. Now spots one on the other side, but it ain't gonna matter. Cakestart is there over the top to get the kill, and continuing to keep 4 alive is Zenith, and they're really, really doing a great job at that exactly. In the meantime, ProRam does fall on the south side of the city.
We'll see. Zenith still feels like they're in a pretty strong position, and now AAA has made their move. Where are they going to go? Oh,
Play the hill outside, right? Yeah, they have to stop there, but it's going to be... Yeah, but it's going to be hard for them. I mean, now they have to worry about the hilltop while also at the same time trying to deal with T1. But I gotta say, I mean, for a team that I've been giving a lot of hard times for being too passive, I love the fact that they rotated in here when they did. They knew that T1 hadn't rotated yet. Now they might get to beat them on the rotation. Let's see. They try to come over the top. They try to take the play up towards Zenith, and they just will not have it. Zenith, I do not know what you had for breakfast today, guys, but I want some of it, because you are wrecking all of these guys. They have no place to play from whatsoever.
They're looking so strong, and that grenade will take out Aqua. Adder's going to be down next. AAA doing a little bit of service for Zenith as well. They pick up a few kills, but as he said, I mean, AAA, they're in a great position. They have this whole western ridge line that they can play around. I mean, it looks like the option is going to be to fight AAA here, and I mean, AAA is in the winning spot. That is the winning spot.
Yes.
And I think Zenith has put 2 and 2 together here, and they realize, okay, we got to take this fight and win this fight if we're going to win this game.
Do the math, make your predictions. Who would you rather fight? And I think it makes pretty good sense that they take the fight to attack all around, because this is the situation where we've seen attack all around kind of fall off, with the exception of the very nice push out towards Liquid they had, which got them their win on Gen.G last week. We haven't really seen a whole lot of 4v4 up close dominance from attack all around. This could change though, we'll see, because this is a pretty good one. And right now it has Zenith pushing forward.
Look at him. Oh, this is clean stuff. And look at Kickstart. Does he get them all? Yeah, he does. 17 kills now for Zenith, and they have taken what it could arguably be considered the winning spot. And oh, look at this 5-head play from Roth. He knows that they need to expect this push from Gex. The wrap around. This is Gex's only real play, and Roth already over there to try to hold them off here. As Meta's just going to hang out in their building. That's all they have to do.
They want to be. I mean, GX right now are doing everything to force Meta to make a move, but they're holding their hand. They're waiting. They're not doing anything, and it makes sense to the extent that Meta wanted to push out when GX and Zenith started fighting, but now they waited so long. Now this play is just making it becoming much much harder. They have the blue on the back there up against the wall. It's gonna be so hard for them. GX are here, and Zenith could not wish for anything else. They will get yet again a third-party opportunity to push forward. Now first one to fall is gonna be Sparking. They're caught in the corner. I don't see a world where you can get out of here alive. It's gonna be so incredibly difficult. They took their time. They waited too long, and this should be the downfall of Meta. Yes, there they go, and now it's just Zenith and GX left alive. 4 versus 1.
And it's down to just CC. As we said, we knew. Oh, CC will find one. No, Roth will clean it up. And is that a 22-kill game for Zenith? Look at Roth. He doesn't even believe it.
They're mind blown. 22-kill chicken dinner.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this line is never on vacation. Start up that mind.